Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, let me introduce myself. My name is Irfa Alafia. My student number is 18010500039. So this is a video for my final project of Islam and Ilmu Pengetahuan course, and I will explain about my research with the title is the implementation of student-centered learning approach in online ELT class at PGRI Gumlar High School. Here is the table of contents. The first is introduction, theoretical review, method, result and discussion, and the last one is conclusion. For introduction, the focus of introduction is about student-centered learning with based on K. Agustini et al. At 20 and 21, assume that student-centered learning teaches students to be independent and have self-regulation and take responsibility for their learning activities and manage themselves in the learning process. And what are the research questions? I have two research questions here. The first one is how do teachers apply the student-centered learning approach in online English learning, and how does that approach affect student knowledge of English? Whether this question can be answered or not, let's to the next explanation. For theoretical review, the first one is defining student-centered learning. Student-centered learning has been defined most simply as an approach to learning in which learners choose not only what to study but also how and why that topic might be of interest for students. The second is student-centered learning strategies. There are two strategies in student-centered learning. The first one is inquiry learning. Second is problem-based learning and learning. And then the third one is flipped classroom. And this is the method of my research. The first is research design. The design of this research is use qualitative method. The purpose of this research is to find out the impact of application or implementation of student-centered learning approach in English online learning at PGRI Gumlar High School. And what about the participant? The population. Students, the population of this research is students of 10, Social 2 of Gumlar PGRI High School, with the total number of population is 31. That consists of 30 students and one teacher. And what about the sample? The total of sample were 6 people that consists of 1 teacher and 5 students of grade 10, Social 2 of PGRI Gumlar High School. And this is the data collection of my research. With the instrument that I use to collect data is use observation and interview guide, where the observation were carried out by online with the researcher entering the student and teachers WhatsApp group, and then after that the teacher observed their English learning process while the interview were conducted online, also online, by using WhatsApp. And although it was quite time consuming to interview through online, but the interview session with each respondent went smoothly. Each interview lasted approximately 15 minutes, and the interview started with a light conversation about their English studies while participating online learning. So here is the data analysis. The observations are carried out by means of unstructured observations, and then the interview are related to the results of research observation during the student's online learning process. The first step is the preparation of the data analysis. The participants' interviews were transcribed, and then transcripts were then sent to each participant via WhatsApp. After that, student and teacher gave their answer and responses by replying directly via WhatsApp. After conducting interview, the research found several problems that are faced by students while participating in English online learning. And here is the result and discussion. The first is the use of strategy by the teacher. From the result of observation with student-centered learning approach in learning English class, the strategy that teachers tend to use when learning English is use inquiry learning. And then the second is obstacles faced by the teacher. The obstacle faced by the teacher during the implementation of online learning with a student are usually very unresponsive when given orders to respond and give opinions on the material presented. In addition, many students are late to come to the online class. And then the third is student responses to online learning. From the result of interview with several students of class 10 social of SMA PGRI Gumlar, the general answer from them is learning English online is difficult because they are difficult to understand the material given. And students still have difficulty to understanding all the material provided. There are some students who didn't um, who admit that they still don't have much English vocabulary and it is difficult to understand a question from their teacher. And this is the conclusion of my research. The teacher uses an inquiry learning strategy that focuses on students actively asking questions to the teacher, which will later lead students to find answers to the questions asked by searching from the sources that have been given. And then what are the response of students? The student responses during online English learning are they feel they don't understand each material presented and then constrained by signals. They have problem with their signals and the task collection time is very short and the lack of mastery of English vocabulary, so they do not understand the material explained by the teacher. And I think that's all. My explanation about my research. I hope you guys are uh, understand with my explanation. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.